Okay, so I'll show you how to run regression analysis in Excel. Make sure that you have the data analysis. If none, click File, then Options, Add in, then we have here Manage, Go. Make sure to check this too, then OK. And then we have here our data on income and demand. If you can remember in Econ 101, based on our microeconomic theories, our income can affect the demand. So in this case, the dependent variable would be the demand, which is the y, and the independent variable would be the income, or x. So now we can run the regression analysis. First, click Data Analysis, look for regression, and then select your input y range. So we need to select all. And then select your input x range. Again, select all. And then make sure that the labels is checked kasi in-include natin yung x and y. And for the output range, you can select anywhere here kung saan ilalabas yung summary output. And then click OK. So here's the summary output. So dapat lang nating tingnan or tandaan is yung coefficient, which will be used later on to form our regression equation, standard error, which measures the deviation from the sample mean and population mean. So the smaller the standard error, the better, kasi mas mababa yung deviation. So ibig sabihin, close yung or maganda yung nakuha nating sample as representative of the population. And we have here the p-stat, which is used to compute for the p-value. Pero in this case na-run na siya, so nagpakita na lang agad yung p-value natin, which is the basis of the significance of the coefficients. And here we have the R-square, which measures the variation in y as explained by x and its significance. So based from the result, we can now have our equation from the regression. So y equals the intercept 24.45, so positive siya, plus 0.51x. So saan galing yung 24.45? Dito, yung plus, eto siya, since positive yung side, 0.51x. Huwag kakalimutan to include the variable. So, sulutin natin yung standard error, 6.5138, and then dun sa isa, sa x natin, is 0.0357. And then yung t-stat, 3.8128. So, but since nandito na yung p-value natin, sabi natin, if p-value is less than 0.05, ibig sabihin, significant yung na-compute natin na coefficient. So, yung sa intercept natin, 0.005142, which is less than 0.05, meaning it is significant. And for the x, coefficient naman ni x, 5.75, pero take note, meron ditong exponent raised to -7, which means our point will move to the left 7 times. So it will be less than 0.05. So again, positive or 14.24, 32 significant. Okay. So in economics, we will just interpret the values which give us significant p-values or significant results. Kung non-significant siya, then we don't need to interpret the value. So if p-value is greater than 0.05, then not significant na to. Next is r-square. Ano yung r-square natin? So, usually, kina-convert natin siya for the interpretation into percent. So, 96.21%. And based dito sa significance F niya, this is also significant, which is good. Paano i-interpret yung r-square? So, 96.21% of the variation in y is explained by the variation in x. Pero, since meron na tayo dito income and demand, we can state here that 91.21% of the variation in the demand is explained by the variation in income. Okay, and then we have here 3 questions. So, what will happen to the demand if the income increases by 1 peso? So, based here, malalaman natin yung sagot. Sorry. So, dito lang tayo magpo-focus sa regression equation natin. So, sagot sa una, what will happen to the demand if the income increases by 1 peso? Then, the demand will also increase by 0.51 units. Saan galing yung increase? Dito. Since positive siya, increase. And then yung 51 units, yung coefficient niya. If x will increase by 1 peso, then mag-increase yung y natin ng 0.51 units. What if yung equation natin ganito? Then the answer for this question would be the demand will decrease by 0.51 units. So yung increase, decrease, or change in the demand will depend on the sign of the variable. And yung measure niya will depend on the coefficient of the variable. Okay? So, balik natin sa dati. Then, what is y if income is 50? So, if ganito yung tanong, we just need to substitute yung value of x dun sa given. So, gamitin pa rin natin to 24.45 plus 0.51 multiplied by 50. Okay, so 24.45 plus 0.51 times 50. So, we have here 49.95. So, baka magtanong kayo later on if you try yung 100 na x, hindi 65 yung lalabas na sagot if you will use this equation. So, kaya meron tayong tinatawag na residual. Ito kasi yung observe na y and x, and then yung using the equation would be the predicted. Pero hindi na tayo magpo-focus doon. So, nakita nyo kanina, hindi ko na chinek yung residual. Okay? Oh. And then, what is the demand if income is 0? So, kailan 24.45 plus 0.51 multiplied by 0. So, 24.45. Okay, I hope that's clear.